So this is a crazy story. Yesterday, I was at the cat store again, and I see this woman, and she keeps staring at me, and she's very attractive, and she keeps looking at me, and I keep looking over at her, and I just want to pet the kittens, and she comes over and says, "Do I know you?" And I say, "No, the only woman I know is my mom. And the only two girls I know are my cats, Sadie and Pepper." And then she says, "I'm sure I know you from somewhere." And I say, "Maybe you see me on the YouTubes or on the Reddits." And she says, "I know where I've seen you before. You look just like my brother." And then I said, "Oh, really? Tell me about your brother." And she said, "That's just a weird thing. My brother died before I was born." I'm like, "What?" And she shows me a picture. And it's just a little baby. And she says, "You look just like him." And then she said, we should come back to my place so you can look at more pictures of my brother." And I said, "Okay." And so we go back to her place and we look at more pictures of her brother. And then she says, "Do you like movies about cats?" And I said, "Sure." And this blew my mind. She had a Blu-ray of Homeward Bound. And so we watched that, and that was pretty cool. And we were both crying. And then she said, "Oh, this made me really sad. First, you reminded me of my brother, and then we watched Homeward Bound, and that made me sad." And I said, "Here, let's." And then she said, not me. She said, "Yeah, this should help make me not sad anymore." We made out for a while, and then she said, "I have something to confess. I never had a brother. I just didn't know how to talk to you." And I said, "Oh, that's okay. No, women never talk to me, so that's normal." And then she said, "Oh, that's cool." And then I came home. So that was pretty awesome. I had to sneak in to the attic because all the windows are nailed shut. And Sadie, the guard cat, will meow at the slightest noise through the front door or the back door. That's why I'm so tired. So I was busy making out all night and watching Homeward Bound. But you guys never made out while watching Homeward Bound or after watching it. We made out while watching it and afterwards too. In fact, I was just, I didn't want to say too much because you guys would have thought I was just making things up. We made out the whole time, the entire length of the movie. And I know exactly how long the movie is. And the length of that movie is quite standard for movies of that type. And I was kind of surprised because, whenever I watch Homeward Bound, it's like the time just gets away from me. And the time that the movie runs is an hour and 25 minutes. That's just something I knew right now because I watch it so much. And it's always surprising when I get to the end and I'm like, whoa, that movie just flew on by. How did they get it done in only an hour and 25 minutes? It's crazy. So that movie's pretty cool. And there's a cat in it. That's where the saying, "Cats rule, dogs drool" come from. A very attractive woman drooled when she saw me. She didn't notice, and then we made out for quite a long time. So that's pretty cool. Homeward Bound's a cool movie too, especially because it's an hour and 25 minutes. So that was an hour and 25 minutes of making out. Don't make out with your cats, though. They'll bite you. Even though you love your cat. I love my cats. Not in that way, though.